What is the cost of dental implant treatment? Hi, it's Michael Ghobrial here from Shaw Dental. A couple of weeks ago, I saw one of our lovely patients, Robin, who lives in Ascot here in Brisbane, and she had a problem with her front tooth. She'd had a dental implant placed there about 30 years ago, and a bit of the ceramic on the crown had actually broken off, and we needed to replace the crown. The problem is, the implant was placed 30 years ago, and we had to find the company that was managing this implant product. 30 years on, the company no longer exists, but thankfully, when she had her dental implant placed all that time ago, it was done with a specialist, and it was done with one of the premier implant brands of the time. As a result, we could access all the bits and pieces that we needed to fix her front tooth. So it took a little while. We had to wait a few weeks for shipment from the United States to get all the tools that we needed. But just last week, we managed to place in her new front tooth, and her smile was back to normal, and it was fantastic. It actually got me thinking a lot about one of the common questions that we hear, which is why is there so much variation in the cost of implant crowns? Why are implant crowns vary from under $2,000 all the way up to $7,000 or $8,000? And what's the difference? And so today, I wanted to educate you a little bit about the differences of dental implant crowns and dental implants, but also what you ought to consider if you're ever in a place that you need a dental implant. The first thing you ought to consider, like what Robin did, and that is the type of implant that's being placed. Dental implants are an amazing treatment modality that lasts a really, really long time. Now, implant companies, however, don't last quite as long as the implants themselves. Implant companies come and go, and there's been literally dozens of companies that have popped up and have disappeared as quickly as they've popped up. And the problem, of course, is that once you have an implant that's from one of these companies, you need to be able to get support for that for the life of your implant, which in Robin's case means over 30 years. And so having an implant placed by one of the big companies actually gives you the peace of mind that if anything goes wrong or there's complications in the future, there's always going to be access and support and the equipment that's needed to be able to restore or fix any of these issues that happen with your implants. Now, those big implant companies are unlike the discount companies, so the cost of their actual implants are much higher. But what you get is something that can be serviced in the long run. But it's also the same implants that all the survival studies and the success rates that we quote about implants and read about in the scientific literature are actually done by these big implant brands. So you want to make sure that the type of implant you're having placed is going to be supported well beyond the next 10 to 15 years, but even looking at 20, 30 and 40 years time. The second factor that ought to be considered is actually the expertise of the person placing the implant. Dealing with the osseointegration, the bone integration around the implants is a really tricky process. And what you want is somebody who does this sort of thing all the time. Someone who's an expert at placing the implant. Someone who's done the appropriate training and more than just a weekend away, but rather a proper postgraduate course and has been doing it for a long, long time. So here at Shaw Dental, our conviction is actually to partner with some of the best implant surgeons here in Australia. People who specialize in dental implants, and all they do all day, every day is dental implants. Because we want to make sure that the surgery is done really, really well and planned well. And also that the implants are placed in a manner in which we can put beautiful, natural looking teeth on top of them. The third thing you should consider is the way the teeth are placed on the implant. So the actual dentist placing the teeth on there is really important. Are they using genuine parts for the implant that's been placed? Are they partnering with a dental ceramist here in Australia, a master ceramist, or is it being sent to a third world country or being milled in-house? Here at Shaw Dental, we partner with some of the best ceramists here in Australia. All of their work is TGA approved and are done here so that we can have the support. We also have the peace of mind of the quality, and we want the teeth to look natural. We want them to function well, and we want the forces on them to be balanced. So the three things to consider that will influence the cost of a dental implant procedure are, again, firstly, the type of implant being placed. Is it going to be well supported for many years to come? Two, the person that's placing the implant, are they using an expert surgeon? And thirdly, do we have a dentist who's experienced and comfortable in placing teeth on the dental implants? Are they partnering with a local ceramist here in Australia to make sure that the best equipment, the best materials are being used for your long-term success. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any inquiries about dental implants, you're always welcome to check out our website at shoredental.com.au or give us a call on 3256 9111. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We are regularly making new videos with tips and tricks for your dental health. So please subscribe so you can see our next video. Until then, I'll see you next time.